chilling with me and how I look right now. I just wanted to come on here and basically I just wanted to get all my fucking thoughts out. Peep the hair growing and shit, like hair growing fast as shit. But I'm just out here meditating and shit, bro. It's just like I be having a stream of fucking thoughts that be coming to my head, and if I don't fucking record this shit, nigga, this shit is gonna be gone. But I be thinking about a lot of shit, like how I just be losing my fucking train of thought sometimes. Like I just be losing my train of thought. And I'm trying to get used to talking in front of the camera. I don't want no cuts in my video. Like, I want this shit to be like a whole one take with just me and myself and my thoughts. But it's like as soon as the camera turn on, all my thoughts just go away, bro. I need to get a hold of that. But I was just out here meditating and shit. And I think I know where we can start. Like, I feel like meditation is the key to life. Like, I just feel like if you sit down with yourself for however long and you just sit still and you just, focus on your breath and shit, I just feel like that could solve a lot of fucking problems. Like a lot of turmoil that's built up inside of people. I just feel like meditation can take all that shit away. Like, ever since I started really trying to meditate and shit, I'm not gonna lie, my thinking in my mind has cleared up a lot. Like, you start being aware of how you feel and what is making you feel like that. And I just feel like it's a lot of benefits to meditating and shit. And it's a great way to stay in the now of life. Like, I don't really believe that people should be focusing on what to do or trying to predict the future, should I say. And I don't really believe people should be focused on the past. Cause the past is in the past, and I said this shit before. But the past is in the past. You cannot go back in time and change the past. So shit that happened a week ago, 5 months ago, 3 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago. I just feel like people shouldn't dwell on those things because those are in the past, especially shit that brings a negative perspective to your reality in the now, like in this second. Cause it's like that shit could fuck up something from you could think about something from 5 years ago and that shit'll still have it'll still have an effect on your psyche. Like, it could fuck some shit from 5 years ago could fuck your day up. And that shit happened 5 years ago. Like, why are you worried about some shit that happened 5 years ago? Like, motherfuckers begin. And I say this because I've had experiences where I've woken up out of my sleep and thought about some shit that happened probably the previous week, and that shit'll be playing on my mind all night. I can't go back to sleep. And I feel like meditation is a way to get rid of that shit. I'm pretty sure you know what I mean. If you're watching this video, I'm pretty sure you know what I mean. Meditation is just a way to clear out like any negative thoughts that you may be having, any it's a way, it's really a problem solver. Like, you can really sit there and take the time out to analyze your thoughts and figure out, well, what is making you feel like that? Why are you feeling like this? Like, you know what I mean? I'm sorry, bro. I just feel like the shit that I be saying sometimes, it don't come out clear. But if you understand, then you understand. But I be having a lot of shit go through my head, bro. And it's like, most shit that I be thinking about, if I was to try to talk to any person about this shit, they'd call me crazy and tell me shut the fuck up. And I'm like, bro, these are questions that you have to, like, really ask yourself. Like, it be shit like, I don't know, I be getting stirred up in the religion shit. But the religion shit is just like, there's some truths to religion that connect with spirituality, but people be thinking that spirituality is some type of demon thing, or like something where you just like disconnect from reality. But in reality, it's the fucking opposite. It's like you're connecting with spirituality. Is like fucking energy, frequency, and sound. Like that shit comes to play when you're talking about spirituality and shit. But this video is just gonna be all over the place, I'm not gonna lie. Hopefully when I get like further down along the journey, like, I'll be able to categorize and spit shit on a more understanding and more organized fashion. But like, I feel like I began like a lot of, I'm not gonna say that like backlash, but ever since I've started my spiritual journey and started like doing my research on energy and the different frequencies and how that shit plays a part in life, like, it just makes a lot of sense. Like, the energy that you put out there, it definitely can come back to you. Like, and I've definitely noticed that shit. I feel like manifestation is actually real. Like, you can manifest shit into your life, and some of this shit, like, a lot of this shit has to deal with how you see yourself, how you perceive yourself. And most people be caught up on how other people perceive them, and that shouldn't be something that you should be worrying about or you should be focusing on. Like, you should only be worried about how you look in your eyes. Like, yeah. Like, if, like, saying, I'm not gonna say I don't know, because I know it's just hard to get this shit out. Like, if you see yourself as a fucking, if you see yourself as a nigga that gets a lot of money, if you see yourself and you walk in the faith as a nigga that gets a lot of money is most likely gonna come your way. But you can't like materialize, like, you can't worship the fucking money. You have to like move in faith that you're a nigga that attracts a lot of money or gets a lot of money. But you can't idealize or materialize the fact that, oh, I'm a nigga that gets a lot of money, if that makes sense. Like, you have to already live like you're a nigga that gets a lot of money. And it'll manifest into reality or into the universe that you're a nigga that gets a lot of money, and it'll start coming to you. But you know how like some niggas are so like far gone and they think of themselves so low, and that's why their mindset is fucked. They can't really get up. Like they can't see themselves as something better because their frequency vibration is so fucking low. Okay, think about it like this. If you think about yourself as a nigga that gets a lot of money, you're gonna raise your vibration to where the shit that you want is gonna attract and come to you. Like, that's how I feel. And I'm still learning, but don't take the shit that I say as like, this nigga think he know what he talking about. Cause I do, but at the same time I don't. Like, I'm still learning. Like, but manifestation is definitely real, and the shit that you put out there, it definitely will come back to you. But like, you see yourself as a nigga that has a lot of money. Like, you already living like it, you walking like it, you talking like it. Then the universe is gonna give back to you what you've been putting out there. You know, you walk like it, you talk like it. So the universe is gonna make sure that, you know, you're getting what you're putting out there, you know? But if you see yourself as like some sorry ass nigga or some nigga that can't get bitches or whatever, it's like you're only gonna attract more energy that is of that nature. So if you see yourself as a nigga that can't get no bitches, the bitches are gonna fucking reject you. You know what I mean? But if you see yourself as a confident ass nigga and you walk like it, talk like it, and you move like it, you know, you're gonna attract the women that you want. You know, you're gonna attract what you put out there. You're gonna attract your desired, like, reality. Like, you're gonna attract the things that come with being a confident person. You know, while being a negative person, you're gonna attract the things that are negative, and it's just gonna keep spiraling. It's just gonna keep being a negative spiral of different things that make you feel less of a person, if that makes sense. But yeah, I really want to make a video on spirituality and like religion, but to be honest, I really don't know a whole lot. But from like the basics of it, I can't get behind a religion or something where I'm praying out to something outside of my body. Like, that's just like me getting on my knees begging for another man to spare my life. That's just like, that's almost just how that feels. But like, when people say when people say get on your knees and pray, and like pray to this God, the one that, and I'm talking, when I say God, I mean the one that sent Jesus down to earth to forgive us and, you know, banish us from all our sins or whatever. That's what I mean by God. So when people tell us to get on our knees and pray to God, it's just like, why are you praying to something? I mean, it's just like, that's almost just like manifestation. But instead of like like, instead of you going within yourself to make it happen, you're praying out to somebody else to make it happen. Like, you're asking somebody else to make it happen. And I just don't feel like that's how that shit goes. Like, I don't feel like you should be praying out to someone else. You know what I mean? Like, to someone else, when, like, the God that they're basically, I feel like the God that they're making you pray out to is inside of you. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, everybody has a soul or a light. I don't know why these fucking flies keep trying to bother me, dog. Like, I really want to fucking slap this bitch. But, like, basically, when they're telling you to get on your knees and pray out to this God, I feel like the God that they're talking about is inside of you. So you just have to, like, go inside of yourself and find yourself. You know, when people say you need to find God, I just feel like I feel like that shit is like, go find yourself. You know, like, go find yourself. Go find God. Is the God loves you. Yes, you should love the God inside of yourself. Like, love yourself, and you'll find true happiness. When you find God, you'll find true happiness. When you find yourself, the God inside of you, you'll find true happiness. Like, that's, oh my fucking gosh, bro. Why are there flies flying around me, nigga? I did just get out the shower, though. Like, maybe that's that water. But I don't know. But, like, I just feel like religion is, it's kind of like, it's like a tool to get people from believing in themselves. Like, I'm not gonna say believing in themselves, but it's just like straying them away from the actual real deal thing. Like, obviously the 10 Commandments, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not commit adultery, obviously those are things that you should not do. Like, of course, you shouldn't be, you know, like, you should respect your mother and your father. But that's another thing. Like, that's another thing. Like, you should respect your mother and your father. To be honest, your mom and dad do not know what the fuck is best for you in your life. Like, they don't know. They only know what's best for you out of their perspective. But in your life, you have your own purpose. They had their own purpose. But, you know, some people don't wake up to this shit. It's like, you would have to, and I hear people say this shit all the time, but it's like, you would have to understand, like, the shit. Like, you can't just listen to what I'm saying. Like, you can't just listen and understand what I'm saying. You have to, like, understand me. And that makes a lot of sense. Like, you have to understand what the fuck I'm saying. I'm trying to get this shit out the best way I know, and I feel like I'm covering a lot of fucking topics at one time. Because I done talked about meditation, I done talked about spirituality, and I done talked about frequency and energy, but that shit all plays a part in everything. It's like, there's sound all around us. And there's different frequencies that are played, and, like, my phone emits a radiation when I receive a call. It's like, all these things are fucking with us on a level that we bypass every single day. It's like, the music that we listen to, we don't know that it's influencing the way we have our moods. Like, the music we listen to influences heavily on the way we our moods and shit, our different moods and shit. Like, I noticed this shit for my fucking self, because I remember back in middle school. Now, I'm not a type of nigga that's like bang bang, kill him, shoot him up. Like I wasn't raised like that. I wasn't raised in that light. But I remember waking up in the morning and going to school and listening to like Youngboy and Chief Keef and shit, and I always felt like I could be almost like a fucking like a thug. Like it just put this fucking energy in me to where it's like, you know, it's like, nigga, I'm basically 4K Trey now, like you know what I mean? But and I could listen to some other shit and it'll make me fucking sad. Like, you know, different music that we listen to has an influence on the way we have moods and different shit, and that all has a different, like that all has to do with frequency and shit. And people have, I feel like human beings and people, we all have different vibrations and frequencies that we operate at. Like some people feel like they're super fucking sad and they can't get out of that headspace. And it's just like, all you have to do is change up your daily task and your routines and shit, and you'll see a change. Like I feel like there's nobody in this world that's actually really, really fucking depressed. I just feel like there's no such thing as depression, because all you have to do is change up your routines, the people you hang around, the things that you normally do that you think, change up your food, your diet, what you consume every day, mentally and physically. Like I feel like there's no true like real depression like in the world. For real. I just feel like all this material shit that we consume, it fucks with our brains, because if there was no phones or different shit to influence people the way they do, it wouldn't be no, I feel like there wouldn't be no fucking crimes. Everybody would just be living as one, you know? Like everybody would be living as one. Everybody would be on one accord. Like all this fucking man-made shit that is around us, like these houses and damn near these fucking, I feel like the world we should be using natural resources as like cover. Of course, yeah, we should get, I'm not gonna say houses shouldn't be like a fucking thing, because of course we would want to like evolve and shelter and shit from like, you know, storms and different shit like that. But it's just like to be able to walk out of my house and hop in a car and, you know, emit these fumes into the air that we're breathing in and shit. And then on top of that, we hopping in a car to go to a store to buy shit that we could literally grow in our backyards and pluck off a tree. And all this medicine that these doctors are giving us, and it's not even like curing us for real, it's just making us come back to them so they can keep milking us for money and shit. Like I just feel like we should not be living like that as people on this earth, because everything is here. Like everything is in nature. Like the medicine we need to overcome sickness and disease is in nature. It's just people don't know that shit. I mean, I don't really know how to, I'm pretty sure I could look this shit up, but it's like, I'm pretty sure there's medicine out there that could cure a cold in probably about a day. And that's just from using plants and different other shit, probably. But it's the shit that they don't want you to know, because they wanna keep the society like suppressed and under control. So they keep you on this medication and shit to, like, keep you coming back and shit. But there's definitely medicine out there that's plant-based, or there's medicine that we could make ourselves as citizens of this fucking earth, as human beings of this earth. I'm not even gonna say citizens, because I just feel like that's just like kind of crazy. Like, citizens of the United States, like, bro, there was ancestors living off the land way before we had houses and shit. Like, living off the land, when I say living off the land, I mean, like, you could pluck an apple from a tree, my nigga, and you know how they say apple a day keeps the doctors away. And now they spraying all these fucking shit in the stores and shit with all these chemicals, and feeding us processed food, like Cinnamon Toast Crunch and shit. And that's crazy, because I was just talking about, like, me and this one girl was just talking about like how cereal is like heavily processed and shit, and it's really fucking us up. And cereal is like the number one thing that kids consume before they go to school and shit. They be coming after the kids and shit with this shit. And I don't know, bro. It's just feel like the world is so fucking lost. Like, everybody we're all fucking lost. Like, I would give for a day where, there's fruit trees. There's fruit trees in my front yard where the neighbors can come, pick an apple or a peach, a plum, a strawberry, some grapes off a tree. And, they know it's like straight from the ground. It's not been in a store, and it's not been sprayed or processed or some shit. Like, that's how I feel like we should be living our lives on a day-to-day basis. Like, I don't feel like we should be having to work for all these different shit. Like, waking up and going to a fucking job, like, for some shit that we don't even need on this fucking earth. Like, some shit that we don't fucking need, dog. Like, it's a lot to think about, like, and it's just gonna keep spiraling with me, because I just don't feel like a 9-to-5 is worth it at all. Like, I don't feel like working. I don't think that working a job is, like, working a 9-to-5 at all is, like, just pure torture. Like, I feel like that's straight torture, bro. Compared to the life that we could be living where all of us is free and, eating shit off the fucking trees. Like, that's so free. Like, a peach tree in your backyard is so free. Growing cabbage in your backyard is so free. Growing carrots, rutabaga, all different types of fucking vegetables and fruits and shit in your own space is so free. But we have to go to the store and buy this shit. And then on top of that, going to the store and buying this shit is all fucking processed. And, bruh, it's just so fucking crazy. Like, I just don't feel like that's the life that we should be living. And I'm not trying to subject myself to this shit at all. Like, I really don't want to be a part of this. I don't want to be a part of the society, and I'm not going to be a part of the society that has to bow down to these people or whoever is making the world, Mother Nature, this fucking almost like hell. It's like, I'm gonna learn how to. I'm really gonna learn how to plant my own shit. Like I'm really gonna make that like a goal of mine. I'm gonna start. I want to start my backyard, but I don't even know if my backyard is like a good place to start for real. But yeah, man, it's like this. These are just my like what I be thinking about on a daily. But when I get to talking about like the industry and shit like that, it's like people would think I'm crazy or they're just too far gone that they don't actually see the bigger picture. Like all that shit I just explained is like it all has a part in like everybody's day-to-day life. Like the industry promoting violence and all this other bullshit through, you know, everybody who they get to promote the shit, like when they sign a deal or whatever bullshit. Like that's what's heavily pushed out to the youth and to the people of this world is the violence to get pushed out more than the you know. And me as a kid, I'm thinking this shit is cool, like. But now that I've grown up to understand, it's just like, man, this world is this world is definitely fucked, and they always come after the kids. And I disagree with the shit so heavily because I was a kid influenced by this shit of the world. Like, but I mean, religion was like I'm gonna say it's like a gateway for people to believe in something, but at the same time, if you were to go within and actually use like try to tap in with your consciousness and actually be aware of the things that are going on around you, then you would understand that like religion is some shit to keep you away from asking you deeper questions and asking yourself like, is this actually, you know? Instead you'll think about it as like, oh, that's just the devil. But the whole time there's like a spiritual warfare going on right in front of your face, but you think it's just the devil. Everything is fucking frequency, energy, radiation, and that's how they're getting us. Like they feed you fear and dopamine through social media. They feed you processed foods through the market. Politics is something that they get people riled up about, and that causes a lot of separation throughout the nation and shit like that. And you know, with these rappers influence kids, and not in the best way, not in the best light at all. It's like you're influencing kids to tote Drakes and switches and shit. You're promoting females that promote this sexualized image. It's like, oh, I gotta go to the club and turn up with my homegirls, and that shit is taking them far. It's basically moving them further away from themselves. It's like it's basically moving everybody further away from themselves. Like You go to the club, you get drunk, and you feel good. And when you come back home, you don't want to go back. You don't want to go to work the next week because you feel like your life is shitty, and you need to go to the club to feel a vibe or a rush. When the whole time you could feel that shit from just sitting in your room and just breath work, focusing on your breathing. Like, you could feel the same, I'm not gonna say the same feeling, but like the same shit, the same feeling you get while going to the club, you could feel that shit in the comfort of your home or whatever situation you may be in. I feel like a homeless person is way more tapped in and aware than a motherfucker that goes to work and slaves for paycheck to paycheck. Like, I feel like a homeless person is probably way more happier than a person that wakes up. Why the fuck this wasp coming next to me, nigga? Like, I don't play with that shit. But I feel like a homeless person could be way more happier than a person that wakes up on a 9 to 5. Like, hell yeah, the person with the 9 to 5 getting money, but that's probably not what they want to be doing in real life, in actuality. Like, shit, a homeless person way more free than a person that is working a 9 to 5. Like, they're basically just living. I mean, they probably don't have no money or just strung out on drugs, but it's like I have way more freedom than a person with a 9 to 5, and I can wake up every day. I don't have a house over my head or like really any money to put food in my mouth, but it's just like, you know, I'm free. I'm free from all the self-limiting, self-doubt. Probably not the self-doubt part, but like, you know what I mean. But I just had to get this stream of thoughts out. But I'm probably about to hang out here for another probably like hour. I don't even know, to be honest, but I just had to get this stream of thoughts out because every time I think about some shit and I try to get it out, it never comes out. But yeah, that's all I can really get out for right now. But I want to just say, like, make sure you protecting your energy and shit. Like, meditation helps calm the mind, and your thinking patterns start to become different. Like, you're not really thinking out your ass. You're really being like in the now with your thoughts. Like, you're thinking about, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just like meditation just helps calm the mind, and it has different benefits. But once you start, you'll start seeing what I'm talking about. So it's like you'll be in a much more mellow attitude, and you'll start looking at things way differently because it's like you've become at peace with yourself. You started to love yourself. Once you learn how to be alone and turn negative energy into something positive, you'll really look at life differently. But make sure you're just protecting your energy, bro. And, you know, but yeah, have a good day, nigga.